What is going on, guys? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today we are getting into some Aaron Rodgers talk. Why? Because, well, there was a false narrative being pushed about Aaron Rodgers, and we got some updated news regarding Greg Zuerlein, Zach Wilson, and why the Jets decided to not pursue Joe Flacco. So let's get rocking and rolling first with the Aaron Rodgers pushback. So if you didn't see, Aaron Rodgers was activated to the New York Jets roster, even though they have no intention of playing him in their then final 3 games, now final 2 games of the 2023 regular season. But the reason why they did that is they wanted to get him and keep him on the practice squad, or not on the practice squad, excuse me, but keep him practicing with the team and running the scout team, which is something that practice squad players, there we go, normally are participating on. And a lot of people in the national media thought this is Aaron Rodgers' ego. He is just such a bad guy. And the reason for him wanting to be activated was to prove this big point. And it's his inflated ego. And Rodgers went on Pat McAfee earlier today and said he really didn't want that to be the case. He was okay with, not being activated and being shut down for the year because he was worried about costing someone their job, and that it was the New York Jets who pushed for it. And Robert Saleh confirmed that today when he said that it was Douglas and himself who pushed for it.
So I assumed I was going to go on IR. I asked to be put on IR because there was a conversation, do you want to practice? And I said, not at the expense of somebody getting cut. I know how this works, and I didn't need to feel like I needed to practice to continue my rehab. I could do on-the-field stuff on the side. But obviously, I got overruled there.
To me, it's very clear what they're trying to do. They are trying to push this 2024 narrative that things are going to be okay in 2024, and they want Aaron Rodgers there as a reminder to the young guys on this roster who, let's be honest, it might be a little bit challenging for them when they continue to lose games every single week to see that light at the end of the tunnel when they're in this midst of a terrible, terrible streak. They're 4-3, and then they go 2-6 in their next 8. Like that's tough for any team to deal with. So Aaron Rodgers being there and in the building really isn't all that crazy surprising. And like I said, it's something that very clearly both Douglas and Saleh wanted. So will the Aaron Rodgers haters walk it back? Highly doubtful, but the truth was revealed about why he was activated and his roster spot. So there you go. Also, Zach Wilson is officially out for this game. Not really a surprise there.
So Zach's not clearing, so he's out. Ruckert won't clear. He's out, obviously. Aaron's out. And then Dwayne Brown, we're putting him through some work today. You'll see it did not participate. And then same thing with Greg Zuerlein. He came out of the game, with some right quad soreness. So we'll see how he turns out today.
Greg Zuerlein, also keep an eye on his injury. We'll see if they add a kicker. It's going to have to be a quick add because they play in 2 days. In a little over 48 hours, the New York Jets will be playing a football game. Quick turnaround with Thursday Night Football, but we will keep an eye on it because Greg Zuerlein has been fantastic for the New York Jets this year. Also, how could you not get a Robert Saleh press conference without some Joe Flacco praise?
Like we said, we love Joe first and foremost. Obviously, he spent a couple years with him. Love him. Love the way he prepares. Really pumped for him and the success he's having. But it's just a decision we made in terms of the quarterback room and the way we developed it over the course of OTAs and training camp. And it was just a decision we made.
Saleh says that there's always going to be a soft spot for Joe Flacco, but at the end of the day, they decided not to pursue him because they were comfortable with where the quarterback room was from training camp and OTAs, which is an absolute joke. And now listen, I'm not going to tell you that Joe Flacco would be having a replicate or a duplicate season in Cleveland that he would with the New York Jets. Probably unlikely, right? Like, I don't think that's the case. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that it is. The funny thing goes back to this team acting as if they get a pass for 2023 because their quarterback goes down. They being convinced that Tim Boyle was a legitimate backup option to Zach Wilson after the New York Jets lose their quarterback 4 plays into the season is just hilarious. It's really remarkable that they were willing to go down on the Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, and then add Trevor Siemian ship, and that's really the bigger concern here. And I get it. There are a ton of reasons why this team really struggled this year, but that one is a real head scratcher. And again, I didn't want Joe Flacco. I was not someone who's like, yeah, let's bring back Joe Flacco, get him out there. But it's just their thought process or their ideology on that quarterback room this year outside of, Aaron Rodgers is one that I truly don't understand, and I don't know if I ever will. So there you go. That's the biggest storylines from the day as we found out some more information on Aaron Rodgers and his return. Zach Wilson officially out, and Robert Saleh can't go 5 minutes without gushing about Joe Flacco. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.